How do I meet my soulmate? How do I move on from heartbreak? Does my dream relationship even exist? Are dating apps the only way I can meet people? Are all relationships this hard? This is Between the Sheets with Dr. Love. Each week, your host dives into sex, love, dating, relationships, and everything in between. Welcome to Between the Sheets with Dr. Love.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Between the Sheets with me, Dr. Love. So today we're talking about something that seems really simple, but quietly makes or breaks a relationship every single day. It's the love languages. Most people have heard of them before. Some people have even taken the test once or twice, but it's then never been spoken about again. Here's the truth. You can actually love someone deeply and still love them in a way that they don't feel. And that's where so much heartbreak lives. At their core, the 5 love languages are simply how we give and receive love, not how we intend to give love, not how we think love should look, but how love actually lands in another person's body and nervous system. And that is what we've got wrong. Let's look at the 5 love languages. The first one is words of affirmation. You've got quality time, acts of services, physical touch, and gifts. And before any of you roll your eyes and think, yeah, I know this, I want you to stay with me because most people are using this concept completely wrong. The love languages actually matter more than you think because love is not just universal. It's also very personal. What makes you feel adored might do absolutely nothing for your partner. And what makes them feel cherished might not even register for you. This is why couples say things like, I do everything for him, and he still feels unloved. I tell them I love them all the time, but it's just never enough. I'm trying so hard, but it's just not landing. Of course it does. Effort without alignment feels empty. So let's look at the love languages and let's unpack them. Let's look at words of affirmation. For someone with this love language, words are everything. I love you. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. You matter to me. These words regulate their nervous system. They feel safe, seen, and valued, all through verbal acknowledgement. So loving them right, you're going to compliment them sincerely. You're going to express gratitude, speak encouragement. You're going to name what you admire. But when you're loving them wrong, you are assuming they just know, they don't need to be told. Being affectionate in your actions, but silent emotionally. Only speaking up when something's wrong. They're looking for words. You can cook every meal and pay every bill. But if you never say how you'll feel to these people, they are feeling emotionally starved. The next language is quality time. And this isn't just about being in the same room. This is presence. Phone down, eyes up, attention undivided. Quality time people don't want more time. This is where people get confused. Spending more time with you, that's not what they want. They want you in that time. So loving them right would look like this. Intentional dating, deep conversations, shared experiences, being mentally available to them. Loving them wrong is half listening, being constantly distracted, saying, oh, but we're together all the time, but never really connecting. You know that I'm on this side of the lounge and they're on that side of the lounge and there's no real connection. You can actually live together, but still miss each other completely. 2 bodies in a house, right? The third language is acts of service. This is love in motion. This is doing, this is helping, this is taking responsibility. And for those people, love looks like relief. These people, when you love them right, you are helping them out with things without even being asked. You're showing initiative. You're following through on things that you say you're going to do. They are waiting to see the proof. You're lightening their load. You know they've got to pick something up from the dry cleaners. You pick it up anyway without being asked. You're dependable. When you love them wrong, you say loving things, but you don't show up. I love you, but you're not there. You promise to help, but you don't deliver. You minimize the practical needs, things like taking the rubbish out. Oh, it's only the rubbish, or it's only the washing. For them, love is not what you say. It's what you do consistently. And trust me, they're taking note because this is their love language. The fourth language is physical touch. And this isn't just sex. It's connection through body, holding hands, hugging, cuddling, the hand on a back when you walk past them, tap on the bum, being playful. It's physical reassurance. It's when you sleep and their foot just touches you just so they can feel you. The touch says, I'm here with you. So loving them right is affection outside of the bedroom, not just when you're in the bedroom. They want warm, intentional touches. They want comfort through closeness. Sit next to me when you eat dinner, not on the other side of the table. I want to feel you. Loving them wrong is touching them only when you want to have sex or withdrawing physically during conflict. You're treating touch as an option. If I feel good, then I'll touch you. These people, touch is safety. It's not indulgence. It makes them feel emotionally safe and connected. And the fifth language is gifts. This one gets misunderstood the most. This isn't about money, guys. This isn't materialistic or gold digging. This is not that. It's about thoughtfulness. It's a gift that says, I thought of you. I remembered you. You matter for me. I planned to get you this. It's the thought. So loving them right is meaningful, little thoughtful gestures. It's remembering dates or anniversaries or preferences for where they like to do a dinner or have drinks or what beach they like. It's those small surprises, not just on birthdays and Christmas and Valentine's Days. It's as you walk past the store, I saw this. It reminded me of you. When you are loving them right, you are thinking about them and you are thinking about this is what they would love to receive. Loving them wrong is forgetting consistently, dismissing gifts as materialistic. Oh, you're so materialistic. Giving generic or last-minute gifts or gestures. For them, gifts are a symbol of presence and care. Those gifts scream, I love you, in their language. It might not be yours, but that doesn't mean your partner doesn't receive it like that. You may be in a relationship and have two totally different love languages, and that's okay. This is the easiest way to get a relationship right, because when you love someone in their language, you get to stop guessing what they need. You get to stop arguing about the effort. You stop keeping the score or the tally. You stop feeling invisible, and love becomes efficient, clear, nourishing. You got a plan. You know what the goal is. You know how to deliver it. You can't get it wrong. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what actually matters. It's about working smarter, not harder. And I don't know why people don't do this. It is the simplest form of action you can take to make your relationship so much better. It's so simple. All it requires is self-awareness, curiosity, emotional maturity, and knowledge of the 5 love languages. There is so much research to back this up. You can't deny it doesn't work. I see it on a daily basis. Most people love how they want to be loved, and they expect their partner to translate. But love isn't telepathic, it's learned. And when couples don't learn this, they slowly drift into resentment. I do so much. They never notice it. Nothing I do is ever enough. And there are times where love languages don't work and they don't fix the fundamental issues. And some of them might be that your partner is emotionally unavailable. They are an avoidant. They have a lack of respect. There's chronic neglect in the relationship. There's abuse. There's contempt. The eye rolling. You can't love language your way out of a fundamentally misaligned relationship. Love languages are tools. They're not Band-Aids. You'll need to implement other things to improve those other things that are showing up in your relationship. And that's a whole other episode. But things like communication, repair after conflict, emotional safety, curiosity about each other's inner worlds, and actually talking about it, that is not necessarily going to be fixed with a love language. If you're fundamentally aligned, take a free love languages test. Work out how your partner needs to be loved. Have your partner take the test and talk about it. After you've done the test and you've got your results, sit down and ask these questions of your partner. Honey, what makes you feel most loved? Without being defensive, remember we're getting curious. What have I been missing? What haven't I been getting right? How can I love you better? These conversations change relationships. It stops the guessing. You stop missing. You can't feel good when you just keep missing the mark. you will eventually feel like you can't get anything right no matter how hard you try. Love isn't about loving harder. It's about loving wiser. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to meet your partner where they are. And if you're doing all of this and it still isn't landing, maybe that's information too. And maybe that's for a whole other episode of what you do next in that instance. But for today, I'm going to wrap this up. And I do hope that today's episode was helpful. Maybe I gave you some tips or sparked something in you that you could share with your partner or even a best friend if they're struggling. Maybe you could sit down and listen to this episode together and unpack it because it's important, because I know this works. Let me know how you go. You know where to find me. Until next time, this is Between the Sheets with me, Dr. Love.
Thanks for listening to the podcast with Dr. Love. For all show notes and resources mentioned in this episode, head to www.drlove.com. That's DRLURVE.com. Got a question for Dr. Love? Email her at ask@dr.love.com. Love the show? Remember to subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Leave us a review or share it with your friends. Thanks for listening, lovers. We'll see you on the next episode. This is Between the Sheets with Dr. Love.